Guys, what is going on? How y'all doing this evening? This is the Club of the Man, 1993, and I'm coming at you live for my live review this week's episode of NXT UK from the May 8th, 2019 edition, the first of the next set of tapings that took place at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. Of course, this has been hyped up for a couple weeks now with a few superstars in NXT UK hyping this up. This was Noam Dar, Gallus, a few others as well. So we're done with the WrestleMania Access tapings. Now we're on to the Glasgow tapings. And what's up, Tyler? And overall, gotta say, that was a pretty good episode this week, I thought. I really enjoyed the matches. Yeah, there were a couple, exhibition matches, but they weren't just, just get them on the card, just, see what I can do. No, I feel like, these people are getting somewhere. I really enjoyed that. The main event, of course, match, the Tag Team Championship match. And even, they're starting the number one contenders tournament for the next number one contender for the United Kingdom Championship. And in 2 weeks, we will get the rematch for TakeOver New York with Pete Dunne and Walter, or it sounds like Skid said Volta, but it's Walter and Pete Dunne. And of course, one of them will be facing the winner of a fatal four-way in 4 weeks to crown a new number one contender for the United Kingdom Championship. We have one official person go to that fatal four-way so far. Next, of course, we will have two matches for that fatal four-way. Of course, I will get to those when the time comes to happen. So let's get right into NXT UK, and then, of course, I will review NXT later on tonight. So let's talk about NXT UK real quick. Drew may win Money in the Bank. I'd be all right with that, but I still think Drew doesn't need the briefcase. I like to see, again, I still want to see him win the title at SummerSlam by dethroning Rollins, but who knows, we'll get with this whole wild card rule now. But there is no wild card rule in NXT UK as far as I know. So anyways, here's what we got. So the show opened up with the announcement again of the fatal four-way in 4 weeks of a number one contender who will face either Pete Dunne or Walter for the United Kingdom Championship after they're done their business in 2 weeks. The first of the 4 matches to decide the fatal four will be happening tonight. But first, we had a pretty fun tag match between Mustache Mountain's Trent Seven and Tyler Bates, which, strange enough, they came out to Tyler Bates music. I've never seen Mustache Mountain as a team come out to Tyler Bates music. Usually they come out to Trent Seven's music, but all right, still a good song. I'm not going to kill myself over it. They took on The Hunt, a team of Primate and Wild Boar. Not a bad match. Of course, another way to rack up a win for Mustache Mountain. I am starting to really get a little more interested in this team with Primate and Wild Boar. It seems like they have something interesting definitely up their sleeves. But nice back and forth match. I still think Primate, though, reminds me a little bit of Rowan, like a smaller version of Rowan, maybe. Eventually, though, towards the end of the match, Trent Seven hit a burning hammer flying knee combo, but then the Hunt took over, though, after sort of a mistake at the end between the Hunt. Mustache Mountain hit a combination of a dragon suplex springboard lariat to get the victory. So once again, not a bad match at all to start off the show. Just give Mustache Mountain a win. Obviously, they're trying to get another UK title shot, UK tag title shot soon, so we'll see where it goes. But then we're told there's breaking news backstage. Kenny Williams seems to be injured. He's taken to the training room by a trainer and his tag team partner, Kenny Williams. And they were supposed to be having an NXT UK championship, UK tag team championship later on in the main event against the grizzled young veterans. Address that when we get there. So then we have the first of the qualifying matches for the number one contenders fatal four-way. It is Joe Coffey taking on Flash Morgan Webster. Of course, these two are one of several people that Gallus has targeted since the debut of this brand at Royal Albert Hall last summer. So of course, it's unfinished business. And of course, with Joe Coffey being from Scotland, he got a pretty good, homecoming reception from the crowd, basically. And even though, Morgan was the babyface, it did show that, the home field advantage did kind of get to Morgan. And Morgan was kind of, stepping out of his element a little bit. So I definitely appreciate that intensity. It definitely brought something a little bit different to this match for sure. But Joe Coffey ended up getting the win, though, which as he definitely should be in this fatal four-way. So he's going to be one of the 4 people going to be in this fatal four-way match. It was announced next week that we were going to be getting Wolfgang taking on Dave Mastiff. That's another 4 number one contenders. And I think we're going to be getting Ligero and Jordan Devlin also in the number one contenders tournament. Not sure who the fourth match is going to be, but of course, the winners of each of those four matches will fight off in a fatal four-way in 4 weeks, and the winner, of course, will be crowned the number one contender for the United Kingdom Championship. Speaking of which, after the match, we see Gallus come out and they do an in-ring pro talk about how this was their kingdom. They said that they ran this city just as they run NXT UK. Wolfgang then called out Dave Mastiff for next week, but the rest of the team held it back and told him to calm down and said they should focus on the fatal four-way instead because I think they're all going to get there, basically. So we'll see what happens. Let's get a video package for Ilja Dragunov. Apparently, he's going to be debuting next week, so that should be an interesting match to see as well. That and the two qualifying matches for the number one contenders fatal four-way. We have Nina Samuels basically squashing Casey Owens in about 3 minutes next. She wins the match. Afterwards, she's being interviewed, asking about her insecurities, talking about how Toni Storm deserves to live her dream. But she talks about how Storm has abandoned her struggling single mother and her baby sisters so she could just live her rock and roll style life, basically trying to get in her head. So I guess obviously Nina Samuels is going to be the next person to challenge Toni Storm for the women's title. Fine with me, I guess. Oh, well. But then Dave Mastiff is being interviewed backstage responding to Wolfgang. He said that he would destroy Gallus' kingdom next week when he takes on Wolfgang. And when he wraps up, Kaylee Ray walks up and vows that no one at NXT UK will forget her name ever again, basically. We also get, again, the announcement for next week's qualifying matches. And then our main event, which was supposed to be, again, the grizzled young veterans, James Drake and Zach Gibson, taking on a team of Amir Jordan and the Luckian, Kenny Williams. But, of course, Amir Jordan was written out of this match due to kayfabe injury. But, of course, when it comes out, Gibson cuts a promo claim that they heard Amir Jordan was injured, denying, of course, they had nothing to do with it. Unfortunately, there will be no tag title match tonight, so everybody can just put their shoes back on and head home. But then Kenny Williams came out, and he looked pretty angry. He said that, yes, Amir is injured, but there still will be a tag match tonight as I have other lads to have my back. And it brought out Noam Dar, which is the first time we have seen him on NXT. Well, we saw him this past Tuesday, last night on 205 Live. This is the first time he's appeared on NXT UK since that grueling match he had with Mark Andrews, where it looked like he may have re-injured his knee again, but he didn't. It was just a severe bruise. Well, just a bruised bone or something like that. But very great tag team match. I really love this match. Of course, Noam Dar was great. Really young veterans, I thought, were playing the heel role very well. But I think, personally, my favorite part of this match was Kenny Williams in general, because I feel like he just had like this baby face, star, like kind of showing that, yeah, he had a tag team partner, but he's fighting for himself, and he was fighting for Amir Jordan as well for what they did to his partner. There were some great moments where he was like, trying to take the Grizzly Young veterans out one-on-one. Of course, Gibson and Drake were trying to target Noam Dar's recently injured knee just to make that, shake it up again and whatnot. One of my favorite parts also in this match was towards the end where Gibson and Drake were both locked in Williams and Dar's knee bars that they had locked in there, and Gibson was trying to beat down Dar to break free, but that did not work out. They both were still, stuck together. But then eventually the holds broke. But then Dar was going to finish the match, but then Drake pulled him to the outside and slammed his injured knee into the ring post. Drake was blindly tagged in, and then Kenny Williams had a 2-on-1 moment there, but he still fought off very well. But eventually, it didn't work as Gibson and Drake would win after Gibson hit the Helter Skelter, and then Drake hit a 450 to win the match and retain the UK tag titles. Very fun match. And a pretty good show. Again, next week we'll get 2 more qualifying matches for Fatal Four Ways and the in-ring debut of Ilja Dragunov. I probably mispronounced his name. We'll find out what his house pronounced next week. But we're going to get that next week. And I say a pretty strong show for NXT UK this week. I thought it was an A- show. I thought it was it was very, very good. A good show for sure. Tyler crapped on Vince. They're going to make the tag titles ego shit for sure. I hope the wild card on Raw on Monday. Not sure what you're saying about that, and we won't charge for sure. But yeah, so thank you, Jordan, for being live. Tyler, again, NXT UK gets an A- this week for me. I'll watch NXT, but I'll probably watch Survivor afterwards, so I'll come back up after I watch Survivor to review NXT, and stay tuned for odds ends come on my channel. Maybe get the next 3 levels of Adam Project up below. We have 5 levels left, guys. But yeah, just our odds ends as always. Stay tuned for more to come on my channel. What are your thoughts on NXT UK this week? I give it an A-. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure to always slap a like on my video. Subscribe or content to become my channel. Follow me on Twitter, TheMayor93. Check out my WrestleMania Experience documentary as well down in the description box down below. And with that, guys, I'll see you guys in a few hours for my NXT live reviews. So until, guys, have a great rest of your night. Peace out, everybody.